Yeah, I'm having issues with grabbing the PDFs.
What PDF?
Grabbing. So I have token tools, and when I try to open the images I've captured, it's asking for a PDF. This is version 2.0.
You don't capture. Anyways, I'll teach you how to do it later. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles. It is an experimental campaign that we're going to try here on Die Dragon Die. I'm joined by 2/3 of the Ontario crew, Adam and Ahmed. How are you guys doing tonight?
What's going on, guys?
Making it work.
Adam and Ahmed have furiously been creating characters over the last couple of minutes, and let me do a quick intro to what the structure of the campaign is and then what it's about. So, over the last couple of weeks, as we've been trapped in our homes for COVID, Marty has developed an adventure bot, which basically is a chat bot for Twitch that will generate adventures, encounters, or at least the skeletons of adventures, encounters, rewards, as well as some rules around downtime play. And we figured that, Adam, if you could mute while you're typing, that'd be awesome.
Sure.
Using this bot, we can generate basically the structures of D&D adventures. And then we had the idea of, well, now that we have that in place, why don't we do some sort of, as we're going to call it, cooperative DMing for this campaign, while using the structure of this bot for the campaign itself. And Ahmed and Adam are stoked, as well as I, and some of those on the stream helped come up with the rules for the bot, as well as some of the flavor for the campaign world itself. So we'll be testing out the bot, and then the kind of concept of, like, how would we, as a group, do cooperative DMing, and we'll get the stream involved with some of the decision-making as well. And then we have dice whenever, I think one of the general rules should be, whenever in doubt, roll a die to see what happens, and then move on. And then the campaign itself is set in Volcanica, which is one of the core prime worlds of the Imperium that you guys have seen in some of our other campaigns, namely Legends, Dread and Circus, and it's been made reference to in several others, including, I believe Demon Watch made reference to the Imperium. Maybe. Enter the Dungeon has some references to it, as the Imperial Foreign...
Demon Watch does have references.
Okay, yeah, and the Imperial Foreign Legion is a thing that centered, that somehow Darian was involved in.
Additionally, our new chat app is really frustrating to mute and unmute, so there might be some delays.
Yep, no problem. But we do have a new layout for the chat app, as VC is basically under quarantine for free users during their height in usage. But anyways, we got through it a little bit. I want to start out the campaign, and if Adam and Ahmed will let me, with a cutscene. And what I'm...
As it was written, go.
As it was written, so it shall be. And the cutscene's pretty short, and may not be directly related to anything that happens in the first scene of the game. But let me explain some of the rules, and we're gonna kind of work on these rules as we go. But the first set of rules that we have is that because this is cooperative DMing, we are going to share the spotlight as a DM. And each of us is going to have 3 DM points. And I think in the combat sheet, I'm going to keep track of the DM points per evening. And anytime you think you want something to happen or transform something that is happening, just say you're spending a DM point and then describe the shit. And we will give, I think, maybe the stream 3 DM points, and the stream can figure out when they spend the DM point to make something happen. Some examples would be an encounter happens. We're gonna try to bend away from negating someone else's DM decision. We will use the rule yes end, basically.
Improv rules apply.
Yeah, improv rules apply. And we'll adjust things as we go, as this is kind of an experiment. One of the other things we're experimenting with is 3-action economy, and I will share the link to that particular page, which we're all going to have to stare at probably several times before we get the handle of it. This is because we really liked the action economy of Second Ed Pathfinder but we really love First Ed Pathfinder, so we're going to backwards port it in this campaign also as a test. So we're testing several things. Let's open up a combat sheet, and I will share that. And I'll make note that we each have some DM points, and once I finish doing that, we'll dive right into to a cutscene. And I guess I will spend one of my DM points to basically, hog some of the spotlight for said cutscene. Sound fair?
Yep.
That's good.
Oh, I'm still naked, so please.
DM points.
I've got nothing. I have nothing. Don't worry about it.
So, Ahmed, Adam, Marty, Stream, or Community, we each have 3 DM points. DM, and then points. All right, I'm going to spend one of mine for session 1, and the adventure begins on Tarak. This is a remote and unknown location of Tarak, and I actually have a cutscene map prepared. This is on the edge of the seas, and the seas on Volcanica can be incredibly dangerous, as Volcanica is covered in volcanoes and has heavy volcanic activity. There's a particularly nasty storm, however, that is rolling in, and is rolling in quickly. A sideways rain, and then everything dies still, but the storm has fire in its electricity, and the fire forms eventually into that of a gigantic draconic eye that is staring down upon a supplicant, while this creature is somewhat aberrant. The size and the feeling coming from the storm is palpable in its power in the air, although it is very distant. Screaming into the sound of the distant swarm are not one voice but 2, and these 2 voices come from the same creature itself. Slimy, scaled, and white as the pitchest of snow, this creature, serpentine in nature, raises its 2 hands to the great storm, and in sibilant tongues begins to call out to its goddess. "O great mother of great worms, heed our sibilant call. The tongues of 2 but 1, who pray in unison, as your might is the unison of 5. There's a rolling thunder from this, as if the storm itself reacts to this creature's prayers. There are suspicious things littered around this creature's body, as if it attracted the attention of this very powerful force from beyond through blood sacrifice. A dagger that passes through materials glowing in one hand and horrible poison magic dripping from the other, as the broken and mutilated corpses lie 5 around the creature's feet. "There is only one true 5-faced god, and you came before he, and you shall rise again." There's a flash and a growl that seems to come from more than one creature in the clouds. One of the heads snaps to the other, and they both look down upon the reflection in the pool, and something in their eyes comes clear. Something in the number of 5 that need to become 1. We peel back from the storm and find ourselves in a different sort of place. The city of Foundry. Foundry is a great city of the Imperium that has not only strategic and trade import, but that of manufacturing. Early manufacturing of all sorts of things required by the Imperium in their conquests on many worlds are controlled and made here. Cannons, guns, steel, fittings and iron for ships and weapons and armor. It is a great place where the resources from the more remote parts of Volcanica, horrible mines and smelters, come to be fashioned and shipped beyond. Of course, some of these materials are used here in Volcanica to keep the peace, as Volcanica has many races. Hobgoblins and Nagaji have been pushed into the jungles to the south. The Fray, while they've been somewhat pacified, do cause problems now and then. And then, of course, the kobolds, an ever-growing concern. While they early on capitulated during the Settler Wars, as the Imperium had conquered great swaths of Volcanica, the kobold threat has grown as their numbers have grown. Good thing that they do make good workers. Speaking of workers, the city has been under a lot of strain and stress lately. Not only is it a smoggy and dirty and cramped and busy place, but there are certain factions in the city that are not getting along. There are some leaders in a newly formed union of ironmongers and iron workers that have sought to bring greater rights to those that work in the dirty factories and smelters and forges in the city. We see through the smog that the smog and acid rain has not kept them out of the streets this day. And there's a huge mob of them marching towards a new district where new types of factories are being built. What we are looking at here are the old stacks, an older neighborhood where the first factories were built. These factories for a very long time have belched forth great smog and pollution and caused acid rains halfway across the world. Compared to some of the volcanoes, they are comparable. And this may be a growing concern of those who love green and goodly things upon Volcanica. But the new types of factories have many of these workers up in arms as they not only their livelihoods, but their way of being have come under threat. And in these tumultuous times, threats have turned to protest, and the protests have started to become violent. It is not violence because of the protests that the next fight that we will concentrate on occurs, it is because, well, perhaps others are distracted, allowing other factions to act and behave in ways they may not have during much more peaceful times. There was a great night of bloodshed outside the Steelrose Mill, an old, run-down steel mill that is no longer in operation. And we're going to go to a map called Steelrose Mill outside. This is where I'm going to call upon the other co-DMs to help me populate the map. There is a cargo wagon with a very precious cargo inside. It is pulled by two great pack lizards, as they are very sturdy, and while they're not historically from the Northern Realms, they are quite fine in many different environs. So we've got giant pack lizards that are pulling this wagon. We need some soldiers or mercenaries that are escorting this precious cargo from A to B.
Okay.
I think I've got some soldiers. If you've got rogues, Ahmed,
I've got rogues
Okay.
in under conversation. We'll drag him here.
okay. I am going to grab some.
I'm late, so I'm grabbing a token tool and I'm going to get in the whole, like, actually do the DM thing. New computer means old tool's not installed.
All right, so these are just mercenaries. I'm going to grab some mercenaries. Beep. These, of course, are mercenaries are not like city soldiers, so they don't have guns. Got a bunch of arrows from these, from some reason. So we'll call them a mercenary. One. How many mercenaries should I have?
I've got 9 rogues.
9 rogues, okay. Okay, we've got 4 mercs, and I'm gonna put on a merc captain. The merc captain is gonna be sitting off to the side, and we've got 2 guys kind of riding off the back of the wagon like it was a modern day dump truck or garbage truck.
So, level setting technology on this planet, firearms are popular or not popular here?
Firearms are popular, but it is illegal without a license to have one and discharge one, and there is a specific place where they hang, draw, quarter, or shoot those that break such rules. This is
so these guys.
Volcanica is the primary place where gunpowder is produced, and it's likely produced in factories. One of which is probably in the vicinity or inside foundry. There's a lot of sulfur in Volcanica due to the great amount of volcanic activity.
Cool.
So there are firearms. If you have a license, or if you are some sort of military, or have served in the Foreign Legion, maybe you'd have access to one. There are probably renegades or people who illegally have them, but it's a very dangerous prospect to have one. Okay, this caravan, this wagon is quietly trying to go down side streets to avoid the protests, and the side street led them to the vicinity of the Steelrose Mill, which is an old rundown steel mill, and it is next to this mill where the 5 mercenaries are attacked. So let us in the conversation layer.
South.
Okay.
The rogues are to the south of where you guys are.
Oh, you've got them in the... Yeah.
I've already put them down, yeah.
Nice. I'm just seeing question marks.
Oh, I don't know why. You see question marks?
They haven't loaded in yet. I see them. So you should,
question mark. Why do you see question mark?
so you got like dudes with dark robes on the left that kind of are derpy. The robes are too far down, so their heads at a funny angle. And then you got sort of tan robes on the right, and a couple of ninjas with dual swords on their back and a bunch of daggers.
Yep.
And then a guy with a cool skull pauldron.
Yes.
Okay, I'm still not seeing them, and Map Tools is loading for me, so I'll just wait to get that down.
Well, that's what it feels like.
Well, additionally, we don't know how big, because it was Ahmed's first time, so he might have not realized that if I zoom in on these, I don't know how big they are. Not too crazy.
No, they weren't really high
He didn't go
quality.
too nuts. Yeah, he didn't go too nuts with the res here.
Still nothing? Let's see.
No, we're gonna have to find a different way to do this. If you could delete them, that would be great, because my Map Tools is basically shitting the bed.
Okay. Okay, I'm deleting these guys. See if you can get them from Conversation. There's only 4 copies of them there. Here I had 9, so it's less to grab.
Yeah. You've totally crashed one of my versions of Map Tools, so I'm just going to delete Map Tools and restart. Yeah, if you can put them in a OneNote,
Okay, I'll do that.
I can save them to my desktop. Connect to server, GM, great.
That is interesting. Interesting in the yee kind of way.
What's that?
Now
I see them. They're in conversation, so let me see if I can...
You should be able to use those as the roots and copy and pasta them in. Rogue 2. That's just this look on his face like, I don't really belong here. I don't know how to... it's a guy who's cosplaying with really good costume. He just doesn't know how he's supposed to wear it.
We're supposed to do what? come again?
Alright, so I'm gonna grab the guys from Conversation and put them into the outside. Okay, and you want 9 of these guys, right?
Yeah, it was... He had like 1 of this guy and 2 of that guy, and then they were filled out with 3 of each of these guys. So.
Alright, I'm gonna find some stats for the peons, and then some stats for the guy in the red cloak.
Yes.
Or for the red cloak and the yeah, okay.
Them's was the formations.
Thanks, huh?
I also think that yeah, so randomly I think I'm going to give this stream 3DM points, and like minor actions like what you just suggested will just happen. Just give us a moment while we work out how we're going to populate. Wow, that's a lot of rogues. That's bad.
Yeah, it's
They got nothing to do.
So I have a feeling that these guards might not be first level. They might be second.
you're saying one of them illegally has a firearm. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's significant enough that it could be plot worthy. So we'll say the stream has spent a DM point to put firearms into play. So we're gonna say swordsman is actually a rifleman, or an abacusser, or a musketeer.
He's got his quasi-functional illegal boomstick.
Yep, and just because we don't want him to die from the first sneak attack, because the firearm is in play, we're going to put him on the other side of the wagon. It's just fate meant he got onto the right side of the wagon instead of the left, or the wrong side of the wagon. Then we've got some PCs. So running way down the street off to the side is a guy named Capra, if you want to call him a guy.
Close enough. Oh shit! Oh shit! Literally.
All right. And then inside of the factory, who may come out if he senses things, is a dragonborn by the name of Agony. So peering out of one of these like old factory tubes turned into a walkway are these draconic eyes. The first thing that happens is several crossbows start clicking off in the shadows and start embedding their way into the cargo wagon itself. One of the mercenaries in the center driver got hit, and we'll say that he is incapacitated, and I'm going to use a DM point, I'm burning through them pretty damn quick, to have the wagon spill over. Like, effectively, the wagon kind of careens a little bit as it's going down a bit of a hill, and it slides off to the side. The whole wagon crashes sort of into the side of the factory works, and it spills its cargo out into the street. It's this crash that Agony, as well as Capra, end up hearing. Like they heard, and then they hear a bunch of yelling. And then,
I would like to put an and DM point into that if I could.
Yep. So I've only got one left, and then Adam, go ahead.
The cargo and spilling of the wagon conveniently lands in a effective defensive position against the rogues.
Okay. So what ends up happening is the pack lizards that do have really bad bites end up kind of like twisted up a little bit, but enough that they're sort of facing the rogues. That one mercenary ate it, but the other guys all kind of jumped off the wagon as they were happening, and we've got sort of a nice barrier for them. At this point in time, randomly, the musket comes out, and it takes a long time to reload muskets, but the musket fires, whoom, and just smokes one of the rogues. One of the rogues just fucking got smoked by a musket, and there's actually musket fire now going off.
That's what you get for having a derpy robe that covers your eyes.
Right. Yes, he's like, I got a pimple on my forehead or something. Okay, at this point in time, the things that were discarded from the cargo include one really heavy cargo crate with someone inside, and then a compact box that also falls out, and there's someone inside. And we've got the cargo is actually precious in that there are people inside these cargo crates.
So are they mercenaries or are they slavers? Are there people in the mail?
Let's see. Conversation outside. So this makes a gigantic racket as the one lying down in the big cargo crate. Let me just do a quick description of this creature. Is a twisted amalgam of like part humanoid and part construct made out of heavy plates of iron and heavy iron gears. It makes like a gong sound, but also sort of like a fleshy scrape when it came kind of like careening outside of his box. Ugh. It's alive as like everyone sort of paused for a moment, like there was a pause in the battle, as there's just this exhalation of this painful exhalation coming from this particularly heavy creature. ugh. He got kind of dragged a little bit as the crate busted open. The other box was small, and it was almost like he had curled up, standing up still in his own legs, like kind of crouched down in an impossibly small position. This creature is much less brute force iron work and much more fine metalsmith clockwork gears. And at this point, I think we should introduce Ahmed. The background. You want to do the background of your character, or
Yeah, sure.
what does Cog say? Is
He's kind of sits straight up, like his back is straight, like 90 degrees. Like,
yep.
It is cold. Why? Why is it cold? My limbs are metal. Coralon. He looks at him and starts backing up, like dragging himself away from whatever that is.
Yeah. So Cog is getting up.
What are you?
The rogue says, "Get them! It's what we're here for!" As the other rogues are really, really fucking like surprised at what the hell came out of the back of the wagon. Nearby, you've rounded a corner, Capra. Is there something chasing you?
Yeah.
So what's chasing you?
Well, Capra kind of cleaned sewers and stuff for a living, like, or under things. Let's go with like a big ass dire rat, or maybe something like an Odiug or something big and bad, a poop monster.
Like that?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit! Yep, we're running away from the Odiug.
So why is it chasing you, Capra? Why is it chasing you and not the other way around?
Well, so I was supposed to be cleaning the rats out from a particular section of the sewer. It was kind of blocked up. It was part of the job, really. But I hit it with a rat smasher, and it didn't smash. And it kind of just got really mad. They don't like it when you step on their tentacles or step on their eggs, something like that. I'm not certain. I smashed something.
Okay, so it sounds like you've got something on your shoes that this thing is following you out of the sewers. Yeah, I guess Foundry has lots of sewers, so it sounds like we need to add a Odiug to the
I've got something on my hooves, to be perfectly honest.
This feels like you spent a DM point to introduce Odiug into the encounter.
Oh yeah, bring it in.
All right, all right. Do we have enough stuff here to actually run a combat? I think we do. I think there's a grand melee that we should solve in the only way that we know, which is roll for initiative.
Rolling dice.
I'm going to add. Los is not here, but I'm going to add. There's Cog, Regier, and Dingleberry. And we've got, I think DeeDee is nearby. DeeDee's nearby. Okay. We've got some PC action going. And then we've got some NPCs, which include, the mercenaries. We've got the mercenary captain, who's the musketeer. We've got the rogues and the rogue leader.
Do we have the?
You want some stats for your rogues?
Called? Yeah, sure. What's the Odiug? You didn't put it in.
Oh, yep.
Odiug. Odiug's. Yes. So Marty's controlling the mercenaries, Ahmed's controlling the rogues, and I'll control the Odiug?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Sure, all right.
Poop beast.
Poopy.
Poopy.
We are level 3.
Level 3. Some of them are hit dice. Sorry, some of them have like templates, so they're not
with level 1 gear. When you're going, I'm a bow user. Not really. Not yet. I hit things with a stick for a while.
Okay, Ahmed. Here's some rogue stats.
Okay.
And then the warrior stats. I don't know if you want to help with the warriors. There's warrior, and we've got, because there's less of them, I think the guard captain. I think we need to make the guy with the...
In case people are playing along at home, that's the stat block I'm using for the Odiug.
All right, so there's the guy with the last one is the guy with the gun. Oh boy. Okay, the guy with the gun has a +1 initiative. The mercenaries have
initiative. Okay, go ahead.
I gave them standard bandit stats. Yeah. Oh, they're not very fast. They've got +2s. And the rogues.
The weaker guys have a +4 initiative. The stronger guys have a +3.
All right, and I think all the initiatives are in there. I'm going to use the random initiative method just to speed this up. Is the Odiog in there?
Yep. Nope. How the hell do you spell Odiog again?
The Odiug has a +0. OTYUGH. And I'm logging into the Excel sheet so I can also play along.
Adam's character's name is Dingleberry, but that's his nickname. His real name is what? Adam?
Capra Rathorn.
Capra, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dingleberry, what are you doing first?
Help! Guys, I need some help! Help! We will triple move.
Oh yeah,
towards the people who look.
We're using that system.
I will full round run action, I think is how that works here. Let's just quickly take a peek. Where the actions are. Which window did I put that in? Is it Unchained?
Yeah, Unchained.
Rules for action, Unchained action economy, yes.
So anything full round action are advanced actions, and they require 3 consecutive act commitments.
Yeah, I'm just because they have some in here that are overrun, charge, run, move, 3 actions. 4 times your speed in a straight line. So we're going to run action away. Help! Help! So we're going to run behind the barrier.
Okay. these guards are like they're being attacked. The guards haven't acted yet, so they're not taking attacks of opportunity. But you might have run amongst a bunch of guys with pole arms that don't think you're part of the attacking force. I'm going to say, because you're interacting with my guards, that I'll give you a charisma check to see if you could just pass yourself off as scared of the rogues. We'll say the DC is 15.
All right. Hey, 15.
Okay, you might be wearing like an official kind of like a rat catcher uniform or badge or something like that the one guy recognizes. Hey, it's a rat catcher.
That's not a rat though. It's going that way. That way.
Okay.
Oh, what are those guys over there doing?
All right, so we've got Dingleberry, then Dewdrop is picking wildflowers. She's one of these people that will pick like what grows in the city for like one of those salads. Like for her evening meal, she'll pick like flowers and herbs and like errant tomatoes that are growing in weird places, and she was
Oh,
like foraging for her dinner, and
Where is she?
I'm putting her down. She's invisible,
Oh, okay.
so nobody
Oh,
can
okay.
nobody can see her. But
Like, where the fuck is she?
there she is. Oh, what's going on here?
Well, bless my heart. They're really uppity.
Right, so that's DeeDee. Brings us to the rogues and the rogue leader, conveniently all in the same pip.
rogue leader.
Right. Like we practiced, boys. Reload and fire.
He is going to. He's gonna drink a.
So I heard that the rogue's objective was the guys. Are they trying to capture them, or are they trying to kill them, or are they trying to?
They're the cargo they're trying to intercept. The rogue.
All right, so they are treasures.
The rogue leader is the only one that knows.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not want the others to know that the rogues are the one that did this.
Kill 'em all.
Kill them.
Except for the targets.
He
I don't these guys.
so he's gonna
Kill it, girl.
he's gonna fire with a short bow,
Mm-hmm.
and his attack. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see, he's gonna fire at. Who can he see? He can't see any of those guys. Are these lizards active?
They
Like,
are still entwined in their harnesses. We'll call them entangled, but they are facing the right direction, as in they're facing the rogues, and these things are known to bite.
Working around them.
And he's gonna fire at who's the guy that had the gun?
He's taking cover right here.
Okay, can't see him, but I can see that guy.
Yep.
So crossbows from the combat thingy. Crossbows are on this list. Crossbow loading are they hand crossbow, light crossbows, or heavy crossbows?
This guy's shooting using a composite short bow.
Okay.
So
they're
these guys
using
are
bows.
they're using the guys are using light crossbows. He's using
Okay, so it's one action. It's one action to reload, so they can reload, fire, reload
fire,
again,
reload.
or they can move, fire, reload,
Right.
or
So
move,
he's gonna-
reload, fire.
So he's gonna fire and reload. Are we doing three actions like before? So fire, reload,
Yep.
fire. Okay. so he's gonna
Yeah,
fire
you can only take multiple fires if you have a 6 BAB, though.
Right. Okay. Good.
Oh, is that that's the
Yep.
that's the
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
that will be
that's what
the-
I was thinking.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to attack. There we go.
I think we should
Okay,
still.
so now I know what rapid shot does.
Yeah, I think we should still keep BAB as a thing.
What's the guy's AC? And I think there's cover behind.
the soldier. Yeah, he looks like he's got +2 cover. His armor class is 19 with cover.
Okay, so he misses. He reloads and is going to move around this way. Actually, no, he's going to move this way.
You want me to draw some buildings?
Some cover, some terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's probably like two buildings on this side.
You guys, will say you came out of that.
Like from here.
Yes,
That
smooth
alleyway.
looking
Yeah,
thing.
came out of this area. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so he's going to move along this way to try to get an
And
angle on
it's-
these guys.
It's when they started to slow down where you guys ambushed. There's a bit of a
Right.
streak.
So these guys are all going to take their shots.
Okay.
Let's see. These guys are going to try to shoot at this group. This guy over here.
I don't see you
And
pointing.
I'm sorry. They're going to try to shoot at this guy over here, Mercenary 3.
Yep.
These 3 guys are going to try to shoot
The guy who's out in the open looking for cover. Yeah.
Mercenary 2. Yeah, and then they're going to move. So the 4 on the right are gonna attack.
This guy has no cover. AC
5.
17.
4. Okay, 17. So 1 crit,
I will open the crit chart.
1 crit. So 1d20.
Oh no, the crit chart! That's not what the crit chart does.
Oh, AC how much?
Oh, crit chart AC 17.
Oh, fuck. No, not a crit. A hit though. So these guys are doing.
You know what I should do? I should create a bot for the crit chart.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. Yes.
D8.
That's
I'm
pretty
I'm
much
gonna
it.
mark that down as a.
No, just 1d8. Okay, that guy takes 6 damage. Damn. And the other side are gonna attack the other guy in the open, and there is 1 hit. So he's gonna take 1 damage.
Wow. Okay. The armor of the mercenaries is holding firm.
So they fired,
Yep.
and then they're going to move around this way. Actually, no, they're not going to get close to this guy yet. They go here, and they reload. These guys are going to go like this and reload.
Okay.
That's it, boys.
They're firing bows, right? Because I think reloading is.
They're firing. They're firing crossbows.
Got it. Okay. Agony of Coals looks at what's going on, and
Does he care?
while he's no stranger to violence, and he really doesn't care about these manfolk that are fighting each other, he is really curious as a student of magic about the things that just spilled out of the back of that wagon. That is not normal. That is not normal cargo. He is going to spend a round to do a knowledge arcana check to see if he understands what they are. They being the people that spilled out of the back. And let me go to Agony's character sheet. And he's got a plus. Oh, he isn't a student of magic. Whoops. He's 3-level sorcerer and doesn't have any knowledge arcana. Huh. You know what? He has a rank in knowledge arcana.
Ruh-roh.
He just won't know how to swim. That makes sense. He's a fire dragon. Alright, he gets his mighty +4 to the roll. He's looking at Cog first, because Cog seems to be a bit more mobile than the other guy. He understands your type, and I think he understands your clockwork creature. Interesting, he says quietly to himself. He says it loud enough, though, in the hollow of the pipe, that Dewdrop hears him.
Huh? Who are you?
That was Agony's turn. Slake. Oh! 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 What have they done to me?
Are you in pain? Are you in pain?
It seems like every bit of motion is causing this creature pain. You can see that part of his body is still flesh, while other is definitely heavy mechanical being. Plates bolted onto his form. You actually see some leaking, like his wounds might be fresh. He just simply sits up. He doesn't have any weapons. He just sits up. And there's a clink as he moves his fingers and goes to touch his own face, but his face is metallic, and now he's just sort of pawing at it like he's trying to find his real face.
Oh, that can't be good. I could totally be better, I think.
The Musketeers taking a full round action, gotta jam another fucking bullet into the gun. I think reloading two-handed firearms is a full action.
Firearms is on the list.
Okay.
Reload. Oh, God, there's a fudge. Reload.
Does he have one of Midwick's guns?
Okay.
A two-handed early firearm is complex 3 actions.
Okay, he doesn't have the rapid reload feat, so yeah, he is spending his entire turn reloading.
If you had the rapid reload feat, it would be 2 actions.
Are 5 feet steps still a free action?
Give me a second for step. Move 5 feet is a simple action.
Oh.
So one action.
Oh, okay. So he still has cover, but he is not 5 foot stepping anywhere because he's reloading his gun. All right, that was his go. Cog.
Cog looks worried about Slake, or he feels for him.
Yep.
As he tries to move forward and reach for him with his hands. He says, "Ah, my hands metal as well. What? Why? Where? Who are you? There's no need for violence. Ah! Why?
Nice hat.
Where are we? What happened to my body?" That's it. He's kind of moving closer to the wagon.
Okay. These mercenaries look horrified at the things that fell out of the wagon. They might not have known what they were transporting. Slake is still just making horrible noises. He's like trying to scrape at his face, like he's trying to pull his own faceplate off, like it was a helmet, and it's not budging. Mercenaries. These guys have pole arms, and they're gonna go run over and
Beat some ass.
well, they double move over to that first rogue in their medium armor. I think they're wearing medium armor.
Who are they attacking?
No, they're wearing studded leather. Okay. They're gonna attack.
So with pole arms, I don't think they had to move that far.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that first guy at least has 2 actions left, so he could
Cool.
attack and then move in further or something.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna attack twice. Oh, attack once and then stay there. Here,
I'm just going to quickly peek over through the simple actions that might be useful.
AC 14, AC 16.
So Marty, because the one guy has an extra action, aid another is a simple action.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
So he's gonna hit AC 10. He's gonna help his buddy. So one of them is just kind of poking while the other one's taking swings.
So what are the two AC? What are the two that you're hitting?
AC.
What's the AC?
AC 14 and AC 18. With the 8.
The 18 hits.
The 18 hits. Okay.
Yep.
2d4 from the polearm plus 1 for their 13 strength. Seriously? Whack.
You guys need to eat more rats.
7 damage. Alright, this guy is going to abandon. He didn't pull out his polearm. He's going to 5-foot step as an action, pull out his light crossbow, and fire at one of the rogues at the other side.
Unleash the lizards.
AC 13 misses.
13 misses. Yeah.
Hey man, if you want the lizards unleashed, you could spend a DM point to have the lizards.
Break out the harnesses.
I will do that. I'm spending a DM point
All right,
to.
I'm spending a DM point to unleash the lizards. Okay. On their turn, however, they go last. The Odiug is next.
At will dimension doors.
Actually, that's all basically a straight line. So we go.
Nightmarish.
I think there are many people that look over their shoulder and are startled at the
This
sight
is
of
hell.
at the aberrant Odiug creature. Oh yeah, this place is all wrong, and the sky is wrong, and if you had taste buds, it would taste wrong.
Destruction reigns here.
Giant lizards will say they take an action to break free from their bonds. And then a 5-foot step forward and a shamble forward. This one's gonna shamble forward and eat the dead rogue, however. It just has it in its mouth. Whereas this big pack lizard, which is a monitor lizard with the giant template. So it is attacking at plus 2 for strength increase minus 1. So 1d20 plus 6. AC 22.
Yep.
And 20. So it's doing 9. Rolls minimum damage. 9 damage on this rogue.
Oh, ow. Okay.
And the other one just seems to be happy with his prize. So it broke free, moved, and just scooped up one of the bodies. Was kind of chewing on it and stopped, like just sort of freezes for a moment. Because dumb lizards. Top of round 2. Dingleberry. Or Capra.
So 1 round casts in this system
Yep.
are now 3 action casts that you can choose to happen either at your next turn or at the end of the turn you did it.
Neat.
So this sleep spell that I have,
Oh, seriously?
yeah. They're bad guys, right? He's gonna cast sleep on the rogues closest to the Odiug, hopefully.
Cast a 1-round action spell. You cast with 1 round. You can split the axe over 2 rounds, but those rounds must be consecutive. If the entire spell in 1 turn, you can choose to have the effects manifest at the end of that turn or at the start of your next turn.
So,
Is it the end of the turn, the end of the round, or the end of your turn?
I don't know.
At the end of that turn. Turns are relative to you, so it's not a round. Okay. So when are you having your sleep spell go off?
Right away. I want to... right there. Poof.
10-foot radius? Is that...
A sleep is... Give me a second, I've got so many windows open. 10-foot radius burst, so it's actually those rogues. They're bad, right? Go to sleep, go to sleep. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy.
Alright, so I think you need to roll a 2d4?
4. No, that's 3.5. In fourth
Oh,
edit, it's
just 4?
just or second edit, it's just 4.
Okay. And then Ahmed, you need to roll some will saves.
Vital saves.
Which are whopping plus 0s.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
So, I have... So, question, Monty.
Yep.
I have a set of pipes, but they're not masterwork pipes because I couldn't afford masterwork pipes. So I have regular pipes.
Yep.
Do I still get my racial power? Is that still effect through regular pipes? I had to pawn my pan pipes. I was too poor.
What's the DCs?
Oh, so are they described as masterwork? I would. I think that you should have masterwork pipes in order to do a masterwork thing. So I don't think you gain the plus 2 DCs yet.
Right. In the description, it says 3 times per day the fawn can use its masterwork pipes to augment spell-like abilities. Ooh, I couldn't do it anyway because I needed to spend extra action.
Swifts are...
Swifts are simple actions.
Oh, they're
Single
one,
action.
they're one actions now. Ooh,
Yep,
the system. The system.
Oh.
So
Right,
then, if you use your swift, your sleep spell would have happened in the next turn.
Correct, but
Okay.
it does say there can use its masterwork panpipes. I don't have masterwork panpipes. I pawned them. I'll have to buy them after I find some treasure.
Okay.
Like that's my
Right.
that's what I did with them. So it's fine.
All right. So
DC 16.
those rogues are 2 hit
16.
dice. So
One made it.
Okay, so 2 fall asleep.
One was successful. What do you mean? Shouldn't 3 fall asleep?
Only up to 4 hit dice.
Got it. Okay.
okay.
Go to sleep, go to sleep. Eat them shit beasts. Go to sleep.
You're on our side, right? Is the guy saying as,
Well,
as he's like
rogue-
as he's loading
rogue-
his musket.
Rogue
Yeah,
one has.
part of the city.
So
Rats are bad. So are shit beasts, and those are like people rats.
this guy's at -5. Hold on a second. This guy's at -5 damage here. -5. And he down.
Okay.
Next, 8.
Dewdrop.
Hey,
Marty,
Yep.
are we giving monsters max hit points or any of that kind of stuff?
Sure. First 4
Okay,
hit
so
dice.
that rogue might not be down. Yeah, first 4 hit dice, so I'll have to do a little bit of hit point math, but they should have more hit points than that.
First, how many dice?
It'll have at least 16 hit points, that rogue.
16, 17, 18, 19.
right.
Uh,
Are you hiding in there? Oh, bless your heart. Maybe you could come and help me. It looks like those people need help.
They're fighting each other.
Yeah, and they're hurting each other.
That's what tends to happen when people fight each other.
Oh, you can help me or not. I gotta help.
And DeeDee is going to, possessed by the desire to adhere to not only the last Fey Lord's decree, but by
Helping!
her heart that might be larger than even her pixie form. She flies once over this way to talk to the creature that was hiding, and then invisibly she's going to fly basically into the wagon to get a better look at what's going on.
Oh my. Something happened to you. Something bad.
Calm down. Ah!
Citizen, you look like you're in need of assistance.
Rogues. All the rogues, Ahmed.
So how many max dice do they have?
First 4 hit dice are maxed.
Oh, okay. So 18, 20. So this guy's still awake.
Yeah.
17. Okay, but he's gonna. Okay, so his state is cleared. All right. He's going to 5-foot step away.
Okay, 1 action.
He can still be reached. He's
Yep.
still 5-foot step away again.
Okay, he slinks away from the mercenaries.
And then he's making a run for it.
I'll fucking find you and your family like I promised.
That's what Rogue 4 says.
Okay.
And this guy's freaking out. He's being in space pants. These 2 guys are unconscious. This guy's going to kick one in the head to wake him up. Is that considered an attack or not?
That's an action.
Or just it's an action, right? I
Mhm.
can still attack afterwards.
Yep.
You'll have at least 1 action, and I think waking somebody up is not. I think a single action for waking somebody up is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's like a
So
it's like a
he'll-
manipulator move, or
Oh, well, I would say it's like an aid, and the aid is a single action. Like it's
So he's gonna.
he's like, get up!
One-
Bits
yeah,
him in
he's
the
gonna
head.
1,
Ugh.
2. He's gonna kick these 2 guys.
Okay.
And then he sees the Odiug coming. He's going to.
Yeah, it looks angry, flapping tentacles, big ass.
He's gonna fire at the mercenary 3 over here.
Okay, the injured one.
Yeah.
So kick. They're still on the ground. They fell asleep.
Yeah. It's 5.
Did their weapons stay in their hands or no when they fell down?
I don't know, if we roll 2s, they've got their weapons.
16.
AC 16 is a hit. No, AC. Yes. Nope. My bad. Wrong one. They've got AC 17.
17. Okay, so that's a mess. Get up. That's what this guy's saying. And then this guy's saying, "You fools." Is it the rogue, the rogue mercenaries that are first, or?
Yeah, just do all
the rogues.
The rogues.
Sure. This guy's going to step away. Is he still in reach of the lizard? Or
no, the lizard's only reach 5 feet.
Shit. Okay. So that was one action. He's going to move away to here. He's gonna fire again. Actually, he's gonna fire at the lizard because it fucking shot him. Attacked at him. This guy's gonna fire at the lizard.
Yep.
Back away. This guy's gonna fire at the lizard. And back away.
Oh god,
3
everybody
attacks.
has AOs again.
Yes. Yes, everybody has AOs.
Yeah, you get lots of movement, but that just means more chance to
Opportunity.
trigger them. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, roll your 3 attacks against the big ass lizards. They have AC.
Fucking missed everything. Miss.
16.
11, 10, 10. Miss.
Okay, you're
they
pissing off this lizard.
Yep.
And then these guys woke up, so now they can stand up. One of them recovers his crossbow. So this guy has 2 actions. This guy has 1 action left.
Right. So this guy's gonna stand up.
Now standing up just incurred an AOO. If you want him to stand up.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll stand up because he's
Okay.
not really.
AC 15.
No.
Prone AC.
Wait.
Prone AC.
Yeah. It's a prone, right? His AC is 16. So yeah.
Okay, 9 damage. Kind of biffs you over the head as you're standing up.
9 damage.
Good one. His buddy.
Move in on them. Is what the rogue leader is saying. So this guy said that he's going to move, and he moved. So he stood up and he's moving in right next to the guy. This guy stood up and is moving.
Well, yeah, if he moved in one more, he would get an AOO from that guy. Yeah.
Yes. Wait.
You could move there and get a flank.
That's an AOO.
Oh, yeah. This guy's still threatening.
He moves into here.
Okay. Now, did they take out their crossbows or not?
This guy got up,
Yep.
moved, and takes out a knife. This guy down here dropped his. He let go of his crossbow. He got up, moved in, and pulled out a knife.
Okay, so this guy gets an AOO, so he might as well move. They might as well move into flanking position then.
Yeah.
Because this guy gets an AOO.
Interesting. Other update. Sheathing a weapon is a simple action. If your BAB is higher than +0, it does no longer provokes an attack of opportunity. That's withdrawing.
That's nice. 6 damage on the rogue to the north.
Okay.
They're getting beat up a little bit, and I think one of them still has an attack.
It's the guy on the ground. Guy on the bottom. This
Okay.
guy.
So you've set up a flank.
So, So let's see. Oh, come on, rogues, do something.
I like how you're cheering
They're
for your
melee.
rogues. Don't get attached. Don't play a 50-game campaign.
plus
Don't...
a-
Oh, not 20.
Oh,
Oh, crit.
Oh, they did something.
You confirm the critical. Give me a
that's
percentile.
confirmed.
Nice.
D100.
Oops, on D100. 8.
Oh.
8 is a reduced critical, but 1d6 to a random ability score. So the ability score is int,
Int.
and 2 damage to his int.
Right in the head.
So roll regular damage, but you can also add your
Sneak attack.
Your sneak attack.
Yeah, so 1d6. 2d6 plus 4.
Oh, those guys have nice weapons.
15 damage.
15 damage. Okay, 21 damage to the guy. My human warrior 2s with 10 cons have 20 hit points. So this guy is unconscious and bleeding.
Okay, the rogue leader is gonna charge
Okay.
and flank.
Yeah, now they have no AOs.
That's why he's waiting for his guys to go first.
Tactics. Evil tactics.
This guy's got really shitty attacks. +3. I don't know why it's so low compared to this guy's, but +3. Doesn't make sense. He drank a bull strength potion.
Okay, so it's +5.
There we go. 12 plus flank plus charging is 16. Which is
Does
miss.
he have a bull strength potion?
His
Bull Strength
his
Potion
goons
is...
do.
Ah.
His goons do. So I assume.
Oh, okay, got it. That's fine.
Yeah. So the AC 16.
Are you
I
including
think
flank?
it's 17, right?
Are you including flank?
No, total. Flank and charge.
Okay, so that's +4 on your end.
Yeah. So 16 total.
Oh, you rolled shit. Okay.
I
The
rolled
guard
really
officers have AC. Sorry, the guards have AC 17.
Right. Okay. So miss on my end.
Yep.
Okay.
Comes dancing in with his weapon, slices against the guard. The guard blocks with his buckler. Fuck! Help over here! I need help! Ah! All right, those were your rogues, Ahmed. Agony.
My rogues! I'm gonna name them all.
Well, isn't that an interesting thing? Agony is looking down from the street, and there was some like hay packaging in the box that the clockwork being came out of, but there was also like a piece of metal that looks like it's a bent handle, like some sort of winch handle, and it's just sort of lying in the street. And Agony is, with his clawed hands, looking down upon the battlefield and kind of remarking at the nice shiny thing that came out of the crate.
Do either of these two golem-looking clockwork dudes have, like, holes where the winch might sort of, like, is it a wind-up key?
Yeah, the clockwork guy has this weird notch on his back. I think he also has other things on his back. Does it say something on his back, Ahmed?
Yes.
I remember you mentioned something like that when we were making the character.
On
you were
his
making the
back
character.
is a large stamp that says Cog Red Gear, and on his chest is an I and an X. So no Roman numerals. That's a 9.
Imperial numerals.
Imperial. Correct. So he's Cog Red Gear. 9.
Who's a Cog Red Gear?
What? My child is in pain. One moment.
All right, yeah. So Agony is gonna cast a spell on himself because he might want to come down to play. he is going to cast, oh, I don't know, a mage armor on himself because he doesn't wear armor.
That's a good one.
Yep. He's gonna move out and kind of take cover around this fence, kind of like this barricade of the fence, and he's peeking over and having a look at what's going on. Slake is just in the street, still making noises. He gets frustrated when he can't pull his face off. What did you do to me? And he stands up. And while the bits that are visible kind of... This seems to bring him great pain as he's standing up, and he wobbles a little bit. The reason for this may not be known for you, but he's not used to standing 6 feet tall, as his limbs may have been elongated in the process of being turned into this war machine. Too high from the ground is what he says as he wobbles a little bit. But his big, stompy, thick feet kind of stabilize him for a moment, and he looks around and he looks fucking angry. What did you do to me? Raging is a free action. Freeze are still free, right?
Free actions. Let me just check to see, because free actions include anything that it was a free action. So yes, frees are still free.
Okay. Free to make free.
You're free to make it free. Well, but if you're using, so if the ability must be used as part of another action, you must take that other action before the free action.
Okay, he steps forward. So he stood, stepped. He's angry, and he's gonna punch the mercenary.
Ooh.
Let me see if he has a slam. Pretty sure he's got slam.
Golems have slam. Whatever he is, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got slam attacks. With powerful blows. So he gets a single slam at 1.5 his strength damage, and he criticals on 19 through 20.
Huh.
What did you do to me? Boom! And his big metal arm comes lancing out. He hits AC 20, which I think strikes this soldier. His slam does 1d4. His strength is 26, plus his rage is another 30. So 30 is plus 10. He does 1d4 plus 15 damage to the man. 16 damage with a punch. Guy's teeth go flying and blood sprayed.
Ooh. Okay.
Your anger is beyond compare. I understand. But calm down.
Fuck, it's loose! And the musketeer, he now has his musket loaded. He's going to move over to this corner and fire at Slake. You know what? The rogues are probably more. Yeah, he's gonna fire it. He's gonna fire at the nearest rogue. He'll deal with the golem thing in a minute. The guard captain has a wonderful +5 AC 12 with a musket. I don't.
Touch attack. I think it would hit Slake. I don't think it hits anybody else. Though.
Oh no, the goons are the rogues of touch AC 13s.
And then precise shot. They're all in melee with people.
Yeah. He does not have precise shot.
So, does the guard have a touch AC of 13 or lower?
He attacked this guy who's all alone right now.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yep. Missed. And then he's going to start the slow
reload process.
So he's got one action of 3 reloading, and he says to Capra, "Cover me."
Yeah. Okay.
Cog, what are you doing?
Cog, he's gonna step out. He's gonna step out here. He's gonna step out here.
Everyone, calm yourselves, please. Calm. No need for violence. No need. Calm down. Everyone, calm. But why?
He's not attacking. He's just moving, trying to stop it from fighting.
Okay. Yeah, I think it sounds like a charisma check. Who are you aiming the charisma check at? Because you're kind of like, you have to...
It would be kind of the big golem.
Okay, you're trying to calm Slake down? Alright.
Diplomacy?
No, it's just a charisma check.
The newly found brother in steel.
Yeah. I'm gonna... what do you think? What do you think the DC? So, like...
18!
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I was gonna say something like 15 plus 2 for rage.
That works.
Who did
Calm
this to me? Just what do you think?
Not me. The same was done somewhat to me as well.
Okay, he actually turns and is
Good.
like listening to you, so he might fall out of his rage next round. Mercenaries. Well, fuck, this mercenary is fucked. He doesn't like getting screwed over. He's going to step and attack the rogue leader with his polearm. Help me! Help me! AC 14. He hits the ground. He's in a hard spot.
AC 15.
There's only one other mercenary there. This mercenary is going to move forward and start commanding the giant pack animals to attack. He's like, tick, 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 tick. He's kind of poking them with a stick, kind of to get them moving forward. So he's aiming. He's aiming this one at this one, and we'll say he needs to make a DC.
Handle animal is a simple action,
Okay.
so it's 1 action per animal. Or it's.
He has a +3, and the DC for handle animal. They are not trained for combat, so he's trying to.
I think DC 20 for
Push an animal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack is DC 20. Okay, so he's trying to get this thing to go and attack. He fails. And then
he gets 2 chances at it. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, he's
1
got-
action to do.
and he fails. He's like, "Come on, you beast, get it! Go get him! Go get him! No, quit eating that one. He's already dead." The Odiug.
Odiug. That's 2 moves. And let's just check the senses of an Odiug. It's got scent. It's heading. One of its eye stalks is pointed towards Dingleberry.
Yep.
There's also stuff in the way. We'll see what happens on its next turn. That's 3 actions.
The giant lizards. I don't know. They're dumb. I'm just gonna say if it rolls a 1, it goes chasing. If it rolls a 2, it stays put. If it rolls a 3, it's gonna go fight over the dead corpse with the other lizard because it's feeding time. It just stays put, and then this one's like just chewing on this body. Get over there, you stupid lizards! Dingleberry.
Oh no! Oh no! Who's the mercenaries are not the people on your side. So could we recap the phrasing of the last pact of the Fae?
The last pact of the Fae. So, as the Imperium started conquering the Leeward lands, they first encountered Fae and elves who lived in these really beautiful forests and very, very fertile lands. And they started killing off in called the Settler Wars, the Fae Lords. And the last Fae Lord in the most remote castle did decree for his people, and to stop the wholesale bloodshed of the Fae. As the last Fae Lord upon this world, I doth decree that the Fae of this world shall 1. Live peaceably alongside the peoples and races of this land, 2. Endeavor to help those in need, and 3. To lead productive lives contributing to the greatness of the empire of man. This decree was acceptable, and thus Fae on this world technically became residents of the Imperium. Not citizens, residents.
Okay, so he's supposed to help men, or the empire of men.
You are supposed to be productive and contribute to the greatness of the empire of man.
All right.
You're supposed to help those in need.
Yeah. Everybody needs something. Everybody just fight better. We're going to do a bard song.
Okay.
My allies are obviously the guards are allies, and the guy with the funny hat is an ally. Slake is not an ally.
Got it.
And the rogues are not an ally, and the Odiok is not an ally.
Got it. And then everyone else is just excluded because you don't know.
Yeah, and we're just gonna go over here.
This is a +1 bard song. What form did the bard song take? Was it oratory?
We're gonna do a oratory is a good one. So I had sing written down, but oratory was the one I was trying to think of.
Okay.
It's not gonna be song so much as just words of encouragement.
All right. Words
you
of
can do it.
Words of encouragement from the fawn. Dewdrop.
Why are they killing?
You hear this little voice.
Why are they killing each other? That's not good.
I don't know. And Sylvan, humans, what are you gonna do?
Well, we gotta help them. That's what we're gonna do.
Yep. Which ones do we help? I think the ones with the armor, the shiny ones, I guess.
Oh, bless your heart. You're blessed.
And you can hear spellcasting from inside the. She is going to, on her turn, stabilize this mercenary.
Hey.
Rogues.
Oakley dokley.
Oh, it's not going well for the mercenary.
How are the rogues right now?
Spread out, boys. We don't need to fight that. Get away from it. We don't need to fight it.
Get away from it.
This guy's gonna spam 1. He's gonna step 2.
Okay, gets an AOO from this guy.
They stepped.
Yeah.
He stepped.
Oh,
Step.
2 steps. Oh no, he's like, ah.
This guy's gonna fire at the Odiug. This guy's going to step.
Do they have any knowledge of engineering or anything like that?
I don't think these guys
So
have any of that.
I think it's pretty fair that they don't know that they're provoking an AOO that far away.
From the Odiug?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll step 1 and then fire.
Okay.
No, I mean this. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about this guy.
These guys were stepping in so that they don't get hit with his
His
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why this guy stepped in as well.
Okay, sorry. They're melee attacking. Sorry.
Yeah, these guys are pretty sure they're getting away.
All right.
This guy's
Who's this rogue firing at?
This guy's gonna fire at the Odiug. This guy's gonna fire at the Odiug.
Which guy?
Oh, you mean this guy?
This guy.
That one.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant this guy's gonna fire at the Odiug. This guy's gonna fire at the Odiug. These two are gonna attack this guy in the center.
Slice this mercenary to bits.
And these three are gonna shoot this guy who's thinks that he's a smart guy.
The guy who's trying to command the animals. Okay.
Let's do these two guys first.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So Rogue One is along the slime trail, so that one is going to get AO'd. It might have the baby bits.
Oops. So the first guy rolls 23. Plus 5. 10. So the guy at the top, Rogue One, but the Odiug gets an attack.
Yep. AC 16.
That is a hit.
Okay. So it does 4 damage, and then it's going to grab the rogue,
Oh no!
which is a free action. So it's a free action in this. It's not an action, but there's a roll.
Yeah.
So the
So his CMD is
32 is the grapple check.
Oh, you got him.
So
Yeah.
and then the Odiug constricts.
No, that's not the Odiug's turn.
It grabbed on an AOO, so it constricts.
Oh, that's awful.
Does another 8 damage.
Leave him. Let him keep her busy.
Now I understand why they made grab and constrict actions in second hand.
Yeah.
It's something we may consider, but not now.
Well, it'd be, but it didn't have a roll.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things just happening.
So this guy, the guy down here, fired and missed. These two
Okay.
guys are gonna attack.
Oh, the other one that fired at the Odiug, what did he hit the AC of?
He missed. He rolled a 10.
Okay, yeah, that misses.
23. So that's a hit. 23. So this guy's gonna do.
Oh, you're attacking the mercenary?
Yeah.
What's the rogue leader hitting with?
Just a dagger.
Okay.
Okay, and your sneak.
1d6, 2d6 for the rogue leader.
It's 2d6 for that rogue. 8 plus 2d6 plus 3. Whopping 9.
9 damage puts the mercenary out.
Finish him off and gather the merchandise. Let's go.
So he moved and attacked. These guys are done. These three are going to fire. So that's 1d20. 1d20 plus 5. 22, 8, and 11.
The 22 hits.
22 hit.
Oh, he ducked a couple of arrows, but he kind of like popped back up into
Oh,
one of the
right in
arrows.
chest.
Or crossbow
Okay,
bolts.
it's a d8. 7 damage.
Okay,
Ow.
he's not quite bloodied, but it still hurt. Ah! And then
So
Capra,
this guy's coming
Dingleberry,
down
you
here.
ran around the other side, and now there's like a shooting gallery on this
This
side.
guy ran down here. This guy went down here.
Yep.
And they're moving towards like escapes. Just push up.
Rogue leader is already gone. Agony is going to climb down this side. He's going to make a climb check. Ugh.
Oh, I wish my wings weren't just for show.
He doesn't have he doesn't have wings yet, so he's got a +9 climb, which is DC 10. I don't know what a climb should have been. We should have probably called that out beforehand.
It looks like a relatively decent bunch of stuff there.
Let's
like,
see.
pretty
DC
easy
10
to
is a surface with ledges to hold on to and stand on, such as a very rough wall or ship's rigging.
This looks like that.
Okay, so he drops down. And then he's going to start to move out this way. And he's circling, basically.
Perception check. Do people get to see this guy?
It's called a tactical fall. It's like, I didn't land on anything.
I meant to do that.
Yeah, so you can see him. Like, he's not hiding, so he just moved out into the street, and he's standing in the street. He's wearing like simple brown robes with a heavy cowl. The cowl is down. Like when he fell, the cowl came down. He is a dragonborn, red of scale, yellowish eyes. He has a long spear on his back. He doesn't have it out, but he does have his hands kind of clasped in front of him, and he's kind of pushing them together like he's warming them up. And you may have seen a shimmer of maybe some sort of magic around him. He does not look like a friendly sort.
So Cog's like, demon, definitely hell. We are in definitely hell.
That's not that bad.
One man's hell is another man's heaven.
Coraline.
Slake, you managed to calm him down. He's gonna stop raging. He doesn't
Is he immune to fatigue?
I don't think he gets tired.
That's funny.
He's immune to fatigue and exhaustion, so he just stops his rage. Do you know what happened to me?
I know not what happened to me either. This was.
The big shit beast is eating me! Oh my God, help me!
I had skin. Demon!
It's killing people who might know.
Fight it, kill it.
Okay, so Slake,
is
as a
evil.
free action, he's just gonna, like, just kind of, he doesn't really avoid the body of the guy. He just stomps forward. He's gonna try to punch the Odiug. He will re-rage because you can do that as a free action when you're not fatigued.
Oh, so baloney. Alright. Let's do this.
So that would be 1d20 plus normally his melee is 9 plus rage is 2. And he gets no bard song because Slake doesn't have any friends.
It's not in a grappled state, right?
AC 29.
Only the rogue.
Oh, that hits.
Slake hits the side of the Odiug for 18 damage.
Ow. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Come on.
Put him down! He might know something!
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
The Musketeer. Fuck you. Well, actually, he has to finish
Finishes reloading,
two.
and then
Okay,
he's got
so
one action left.
he's gonna fire from around the corner. Then he's like, "Fuck you!" Touch attack at
He's got a
+5.
+1 bombard.
Oh, what is the range increment of a? This may not be a touch attack because I think touch attacks are only the first range increment for old school firearms.
Yes. Weapons. Martial weapons. Martial ranged weapons.
Musket is 40. Ah, you're just inside. Just inside. Okay, the rogue.
Gonna tag your bottom.
AC 16 touch attack.
Yeah, that hit him.
Okay. 7 damage from the illegal firearm.
+1 from Bard Song.
8 damage. Kind of like some of the leather of that the rogue is wearing kind of gets all fucked up, and there's a jagged wound on his side. And so he fired as his last action, so he's got this unloaded musket in his hands. That was the leader. Cog Redgear.
I will aid you. I don't know if this thing's. Can we tell if this thing is? Does it still have AOs?
It's currently grappling something.
Okay, can I? I can't go. No, let's go this way. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go there. Yay, monk. Oh wait, that's 45. There we go. Now flurry used to be full round action. That was one move for him.
So I think it now well. So there's two ways to adjudicate this. One of them is it used to be a full round action, and it says anything that was a full round action is a 3 action thing.
It actually
Right.
talks about 2-weapon fighting and flurry of blows.
Oh, where does it talk about that? Because I've got
Action types and subtypes.
action types and subtypes. Cool. Because I was looking at rapid shot, and that would go into the same category, and they didn't have that as one of the examples.
At first level, you can make an additional attack and a -2 penalty on your first attack simple action during a turn. At 8th level, you can make additional attacks on your first and second simple actions in your turn at 15th level. So your extra actions kind of pile into your simple attack. So you can actually flurry as a simple action.
Okay. All right.
Monks are dangerous now.
So
Super dangerous.
flurry is simple action. Oh, okay. All right. Let's just. So his attack is that.
I'm assuming rapid shot would work like 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah. Unless it's a simple enough feat that
24. Adam.
Oh, 24 hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 11 misses, I assume. The thing's flanked, so 13. But
Also misses.
okay. So that would be 3d6. Wow, 6 damage.
Does the Odiug have all-around vision?
The Odiug does have all-around vision.
Okay, so I don't think
So it's
you
not-
no sneak attack,
So first one.
and I don't think you have flank bonus either.
I think I just lied. Sorry. It does not have all-around vision. I thought it did.
Okay.
Nope. Sneak attack away.
6 damage. That's
Okay.
not enough.
Okay, the constructs are doing.
I have one more action, right?
You moved 40, and then
Attacked.
you flurried, and you have one more attack.
Right.
But you
Crane's
can't
stance.
you can't attack. Okay, so you enter your crane stance. Swifts become single action.
Yes.
So, yeah, cool.
Yes.
Odiug gets mercenaries and Odiug. So the mercenaries. This guy's down, so I think he gets like the old school con check to stabilize. He doesn't, so he bleeds. And there's somebody underneath Slake who gets a con check. He's actually stable. And this guy's stable. Okay. The mercenaries. This mercenary is going to try to get that pack lizard to go after the rogues again. Damn it, they should have attack mounts. He's going to try again. Nope. And then
He has another attempt.
he's got a third attempt. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. This thing's aggro. This thing's aggro. All right. And that's the only merc on the field, so good thing he got a little buddy to help out. The Odiug and then the giant lizards. What's the Odiug doing?
Oh, first we're going to eat this rogue face. Just chicken.
Is that an action?
Just sort of shake him around and flap him against the concrete.
He's just going to go in the mouth and chomp, chomp, chomp.
Okay.
So the mercenary didn't escape on his turn,
Nope.
which I believe is it +4 or is it +5, if you remember?
I think it's a +5. Well, he hasn't had his turn. Well,
He got grabbed he got grabbed on his turn.
Yep.
32, and then whatever the bonus is on top. So he's getting eaten. So he's getting chomped. He's getting put in the mouth. The Odiug's mouth does 1d8 plus 4 plus 1d6 plus 2 of constrict damage. So 17 damage and disease. Sorry. So dead.
They have cons of 12.
Oh.
And
Yeah, he had 21 hit points.
okay.
17 damage.
So that was a 2-action maintain grapple check, which means I think I get a simple action with which I could use to smack a guy, because that wasn't an attack in the system. They're not attacks in this, so I think he could now bite a guy.
Interesting.
I think because in this grapple checks don't have like a penalty for them, like they're checks, they're not attacks.
Grapplers are scary. They're super scary.
I think when I'm looking at it, just the way it's written, it's not a
It feels fun. Go for it.
It's because it's called a complex action. All right, so we're gonna then bite. There's the guy who punched me. I think is the guy who's getting bit because I got punched.
Yep.
Actually, they both punched me. We'll roll a d2.
Both hit you.
Well, actually, we'll roll a d3. 1, 2 will be Slake, and 3 will be Cog, because Slake hit really hard and is in the direction of the smell.
Yep.
No, we're biting Cog. All right, get in my belly. So we're actually going to grab you with a tentacle, because then that's how we get grapples. So we can pull you in and chew on you. And then we'll find out your metal, and it won't be tasty.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So 1d20 plus 8. 19.
Miss. AC 20. Crane style.
Because you went into crane style. Nice.
The crane style.
Okay.
When you went, so crane style doesn't do anything unless you fight defensively. Or am I drunk? Because you attacked before you went into crane style.
You're right.
Not that I need to smack a character. It's just.
No. That's good. I honestly haven't really.
When you take you only take -2 penalty when fighting defensively. When using this style and fighting defensively, gain a dodge bonus to AC.
You gain a +1 while using the style and fighting defensively, or using the total. Oh, so I have to fight defensively or use the total defense.
Right.
You gain a +1 dodge. Okay, so it's a smack then.
Okay. Tentacle wraps around Cog.
Problems. This is a problem.
5 damage. Then a grapple check. As a free action. A 30 on the grapple check.
Yeah.
Getting
I do not
squeezed
feel pain. This is interesting.
for 8 damage on the squeeze.
That sound is not proper. Like a spring pops out. I believe that.
Put him down! He might know something! It's like
they're distracting. They're distracting it. Oh, they are.
The giant lizard lurches forward. 30. And then it moves again to here. And it's going to bite, I don't know, the rogue to the south.
Blah.
AC 10 misses. The move moved and struck. I really like the 3-action system.
It seems to be working.
I know.
At least at level 3 it works.
Yeah.
A level quasi 3-1 kind of thing, somewhere in low levels. Dingleberry.
I'm gonna help those guys. We're gonna run in with Rat Smasher,
What is Rat Smasher?
my grit club.
You have a great club?
They're really cheap and I was poor.
That's funny. You might have a pole arm after this.
Alright. We free action, going to continue Bard Song, and then we're going to run up and try to smack the thing with the Great Club, and I had to move twice, so I can't use Arcane Strike as part of this. Alright, so my 1d20 plus 7. Book! I got him! Doing 1d10 plus 4 for Strength, plus 1 for Bard Song. 14 damage! Get him! 38. And then now he's standing beside Slake with a big club.
Who are you?
Capra?
Is the Odayug down, or is it still kicking?
Oh no, it's still got the cog. It's still smacking cog on the ground.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
The Odayug is bloodied.
Okay. Dewdrop's like,
Gotta save them. Why is everyone attacking everyone? What is this name?
and she casts a spell from the safety of the cargo wagon on Mercenary and stabilizes him. Casting magic in combat, the rogues hear that there is a small voice
Caster.
casting spells in here. And they also notice that the bloody wound that they created just sort of like not, the wound didn't close, but it stopped bleeding.
On this guy, yeah.
Now it's the rogue's turn.
What is all this stuff?
There's still this lizard, but they don't like this musketeer.
Oh yeah, this lizard. Is it aggro or not? Oh, it's aggro. So it... Let's see who it's aggro against. 1, he actually turns around and bites the mercenary. 2, 3,
Yep.
2, 3, it goes forward after the rogue on its turn. So it went forward after the rogue, and it's gonna try to bite the rogue. AC 22 is a bite. 2d6
That's a hit.
plus. I forgot the second lizard. 2d6 plus. They normally have strengths of. They've got strength of 21. 5 is plus 7. 13 damage.
Oh, he's down. Yeah, he's down. So that's 30 damage. He's down, and
Yeah! This one guard is cheering on the lizards.
He's about to get his ass kicked if he takes a look at that battlefield.
Yeah. Get the bastards! They're renegades! They're renegades! Is what he's yelling. Like he's trying to label them renegades. Rogue and rogue leader. Ahmed, what are they doing? How are they going to take control of the situation?
This thing should not be killing their cargo. So he's going to order these two guys to shoot at this thing while he's going to go after the guy with the musket. He's going to go up to this guy right here. And these two guys are going to go chink chink.
Okay.
So 2 numbers, 1d20 plus 5. 18 to hit on the Odia.
18 to hit hits.
Okay.
Odayugs are kind of big, meaty sacks there.
He does 5 damage. They're gonna reload, and they're going to move. One guy's gonna move this way. The other guy's gonna go over here behind him. Because the rogues. These guys. This guy's down. This guy's going to move back. Then he's gonna run. That's 25, 30. He's gonna run this way. This guy sees that this thing's over there. He's going to shoot at this guy.
Okay, the pack
Oh, wait,
lizard will take its AOO.
I didn't roll yet.
I know. You know it's threatening. It's a big.
Yeah, he's going to 5-foot step. He's gonna 5-foot step over here.
Okay.
He's gonna shoot this guy.
Yep. Get him! Get him!
Then he's gonna. So it's 5.
Okay,
Shoot, and he's gonna go that way.
17 on the guard. I'm a guard.
I'm a guard.
5. Nope.
Okay, whistles into the wagon.
Okay, and there's one more guy up north.
Yep.
He's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot and reload. Actually, he's gonna shoot, reload, and let's see, 1d20 plus 5. God damn it! He's gonna shoot, drop
They're
his.
like stormtroopers.
Yeah, these guys are horrible. He's gonna move in, and help his captain.
Okay. Agony of Coals.
You're coming to help, right?
What does it take to get some peace and quiet around here? He's going to cast a shield spell before he gets into this mess. That's after he cast his mage
He is
armor.
officially the tank of this battlefield right now.
Yep. That's a 2-action thing.
It's a standard action spell, so that would be 2 actions to cast.
Okay, and then he's going to drop into dragon style. And he looks aggressive. Slake. Put him down. Just gonna wind up and
put him
swing.
down! Put him down!
Okay, Slake is going to try to do extra damage by doing power attacks at his level. It's -1. He rolls a nat 1. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Put him down! Oh.
He would have hit with a 30, but he slips on some of the slime and there are these weird springs that keep him into place though. His heavy footfalls. Oh, he is heavy. Slake weighs 540 pounds.
Which I think is a pretty big difference between Capra's like 75.
Yep. The musketeer didn't start reloading this bullshit. He sees the rogues coming in. I think it's time to whip out our melee weapon.
Additionally, old-fashioned muskets were used as clubs.
Yeah, but I think he wants to fight with like something that he's good at fighting with.
A sword?
Let me check his shit.
Let's see what you got.
What
What type of treasure does he drop when his head gets caved in?
He is a Guizarm fighter, so
This is going to be really like one action to pull it out, one action to step back.
yep, one action to pull out, one action to step back, and then he gets a +9
Ooh.
with his Guizarm.
+10 with Bardsong.
+10 with Bardsong. He's going to attack the rogue that came into his face, the rogue leader. AC 22. Wow!
That's a hit. Copy a hit, sir.
+1 for Bardsong. 12 damage. Fuck!
Let's see. Okay.
You fucking thieves, is what he says. Spits on the ground.
Still good.
Yeah, thieves are bad. Get them.
He's bloody.
Cog.
He's still there. Must fight for life. Is this life or death?
You might want to think about what's going on right now.
Are you giving him a bonus with Bart's on?
You were not acting evil, so yeah, you're in the bonus. Just Slake and Agony of Coals aren't.
I have a -2 for grapple.